Think positive.
Welcome back to the Goal Ambrose podcast, GA for short. I'm your host, Prince. This is a space for inner work, self-improvement, self-discovery, mindset, accountability, integrity, reflection, and personal development. This podcast is built for growth, for honesty, and for becoming a better version of yourself one day at a time. New episodes drop every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Today's episode is called The Pull Daily. The pull doesn't mean nothing changed. It means something did. Old habits don't disappear. They wait. They resurface. They whisper. They remind you daily. Growth isn't the absence of urges. It's the refusal to follow them. The door still exists. Access does not. This isn't about winning once. It's about choosing again. Attention moves. Energy redirects. What isn't fed weakens. Progress doesn't cancel temptation. It outpaces it. Perfection was never the goal. Consistency was. Most people misunderstand what growth actually looks like. They think once you've done the work, the urge disappears. That discipline feels natural. That resistance becomes automatic. But growth doesn't remove desire. It reorganizes priority. The pull doesn't stop showing up. It just stops being obeyed. Addictions will always be there. Old habits will always be there. The old self will always remain. Not in control, but present. Growth doesn't mean erasing these things. It means recognizing them without returning. They exist. They remind. They attempt. But existence does not equal permission. Awareness replaces blindness. Choice replaces impulse. The old self doesn't reach because it's powerful. It reaches because it's losing relevance. Old patterns pull hardest right before they lose access. That's when they resurface. That's when they speak louder. That's when they try to remind you of comfort. Not because they're good, but because they're familiar. This isn't a dramatic battle. It's maintenance. A quiet check-in. A redirection. You don't wrestle the urge. You don't argue with it. You move. You change rooms. You change focus. You change inputs. And over time, what once controlled you becomes background noise. Still there, just not in control. Progress doesn't mean flawless behavior. It means honest awareness. A stumble doesn't delete the work. It exposes where attention slipped. And awareness is not permission. It's responsibility. Progress over perfection doesn't mean anything goes. It means the standard stays high without pretending to be perfect. The goal was never to eliminate temptation. The goal was to stop letting it decide. The pull doesn't ask for permission. It shows up unannounced. Not loud. Not aggressive. Routine. It arrives in moments of quiet, in moments of boredom, in moments where attention drifts, not to overpower, but to test, to see if the line still holds. Discipline isn't force, it's clarity. Knowing when something is trying to reclaim space. Knowing when a thought isn't neutral. Knowing when attention begins to lean backward. That awareness doesn't stop the pull. It stops the follow through. The moment is noticed. The moment passes. Not because the urge vanished, but because it wasn't entertained. This isn't a season that closes. It's a condition that's managed. Growth doesn't mean the past disappears. It means the past no longer leads. The work doesn't expire. It compounds. And every day becomes less about resistance and more about direction. There are moments where nothing is said. Nothing is dramatic. Nothing is visible. Those moments, they matter because choosing not to return doesn't always look like progress. Sometimes it looks like silence, like restraint, like absence. And that absence is intentional. Then time passes. Days go by. Things keep moving. Nothing gets revisited. Nothing gets added to it. It just stays where it is. And everything else continues. The pull from the old self to new. The pull still exists. The ground has shifted. Not because temptation left, but because posture changed. What once controlled now observes. What once demanded now waits. And waiting is all it can do. The pull continues. What will be your choice daily? I hope you found something worth taking with you today. Maybe a new perspective. Maybe a moment to pause and reflect. Thank you for being here and sharing this space with me. Your presence matters. If this resonated with you, share it with someone you care about because growth spreads through connection. I'll see you next time. Take care of yourself. Stay grounded. And as always, be safe.